the Trump administration has announced that 50% of all Social Security employees will be fired. There are offices closing all over the country. In my own state of Texas, I have been able to confirm at least 3 field offices are being closed. And some of those service rural areas where people drive for many, many miles to get to that office. And now that those offices are going to be closed, older people or people with disability are going to have to travel much further to get to an office to take care of their business. And then today we learned that Musk is pressuring the officials at the Social Security Administration to cut off a phone program that over 73 million users use every year to be able to apply for their Social Security benefits, or to, if there's a problem or glitch, to call and work out. They are cutting the phone program because it's waste. So we're closing field offices and we're cutting phone programs. So what does that mean? That means our elderly population and our people with disabilities who rely on Social Security will have to find an office and show up in person, or Musk's answer is use the internet.
Okay, y'all, I never thought I'd say this, but here in Huntsville, Alabama, we are certainly regretting our votes for Trump now. Look, y'all, we just got this letter from the electric company that says because of a Trump executive order rolling back Biden-era legislation, that our electric bill is going to go up $100 a month because of what Trump did. Now, this man ran on bringing prices down for us, bringing grocery prices down, bringing energy costs down, housing, insurance, and none of that has happened at all. This is literally crazy. I mean, it's almost like the Democrats were telling the truth the whole time and the Republicans have just been lying nonstop. I know that's completely crazy to even say, because Republicans have always been a beacon of truth. But yeah, this letter has me so pissed off that I'm never going to vote Republican again. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure we flip the House in April. That's what we need to do now, because Republicans have just been lying to us to get our votes. Isn't that crazy?
When I tell you no truer words have ever been spoken than when he sat there and said that Donald Trump's brain does not work. Spot on. Because there's no way possible that anybody with at least one brain cell would have caused this much shit in 52 damn days. And I'm sitting here and I'm just wondering why you dumb ass folks that voted for this illiterate mother decided that it was okay to put this felon in office. Donald Trump is a crackhead. And everybody know you don't allow the crackhead to come into your house, because you will wake up and the whole damn house will be gone. But y'all elected this criminal, this felon, 6-time bankrupt individual, still has outstanding bills that he owed from the last time that he ran for presidency. And y'all thought this was a good idea to give him the keys to the kingdom. That's what you thought. And now we're heading to a fucking recession. And the first thing out of your mouth is going to be, oh no, well, you know, you got to break a few eggs before you can make that omelet. That's what he's doing. Bitch, don't play with me. Do not play with me. Y'all wanted to be able to say the N word in peace. You wanted to be better than black people. You're sitting up here deporting people all over the place because it's, oh no, they're taking all the jobs. I ain't seen one of your happy asses yet to get out in the field or to be on top of a damn roof or to do this, that, and others. But they're taking all the fucking jobs. Make it make sense. Then you're sitting your happy ass up here and it's like, oh no, we can't vote for Kamala. She's DEI. Bitch, you can barely spell D-I-E, okay? One more damn letter and y'all asses would have flunked out. But you gave the keys to the kingdom to an individual who can't read. You wanted to sit here and say he's going to bring the egg prices down. Bitch, they're higher today. I'm waiting. Didn't want the black woman. Highly qualified, educated black woman. Oh, because men were coming into the bathroom. I get it. I understand. Oh, because these people, they were saying they identify as this, that, and others. I understand. I tapped out when people started saying they identify as damn dogs, okay? I tapped out. I get it. But you would rather have somebody that you can work with, that will deal with compromise and make reasonable judgment, than to have this toe-sucking ignoramus sitting up in a damn White House trying to pimp out Teslas. Oh, yes. Bitch, you're not Bob Barker. We do not need you to showroom no damn car for us. But this is who you put out there. And my ass is running around here crashing out all over the damn place because every day there is another shitstorm on TV. But this is who the fuck you voted for.
MAGA supporters will never cease to amaze me. Why? Number one, if your people knew that shit was going to happen before your eyes, why did you go ahead and vote against your best interest? This is something that has kept me wondering since the elections. Why did you vote for oppression? Why did you vote for oppression? You fucked around and you're finding out. Talk about losing jobs, cuts on federal funding, deportations, and everything bad that has been happening to the MAGA voters. Welcome to another episode of super compilation over the FAFO season MAGA supporters in premium tiers. This is A Week in Africa. I'm your host, Bemo. Let us jump straight into the clips and I'll be back with further commentary.
What's up, TikTok? Okay, look, I'm gonna make this real quick, baby. It is Fucktissery Friday. Yes, it is, and this shit is hot. I'm gonna need you to pass this, post this, repost this, send it to your mama, your granny, your auntie, your cousins, your sad chicks, your sad dudes, your baby mamas, baby daddies, your preachers, everybody. Because Florida in a predicament, okay? Florida ain't got no gas. Everybody just sitting at the gas station can't pump shit. That's right. You heard it. And then on top of it all, Ron the asses had the audacity, the nerve to contact the president of Mexico. Pump your brakes for this. I'm gonna need you to sit down. This fool asked her, could he get some gas? Hell to the no, no. Hell to the no. She told him in so many likely words to the all the way up mountain and then roll the fuck down it, hit every fucking tree with your fucking head, cause that's a hard fuck no. Florida, you know what you gotta do. You better understand the assignment. You got special elections coming up, and baby, when it's time for, you better send a message. And when it's time for governor, you better not let not nary other Republican. And even if they try to sneak and say they Democrat and then switch Republican, they need to be automatically ejected. I'm telling you. Now that's a fuck around and find out. That's what the hell you get when you deal with Diaper and the musky one. So this is what y'all voted for, Florida. Not all y'all, but some of y'all, a lot of y'all. You better make it right. There ain't nobody, kids ain't getting to school, you walking. Or y'all can use them little scooter shits or something. Ain't no Uber, DoorDash, nothing. I ain't the one to gossip. But you did hear from me. Shit. Y'all pass this on. Pass this on, because I'm telling you, if you want a good laugh, baby, this here. And I feel bad for the folks that didn't vote for this fuckery and they caught up in the midst of it. But you know what you gotta do.
I am literally sitting here watching the stock market just drop. Like, unbelievable that this is what's going on in our country. Trump was elected according to, the Republicans, his mandate. He was elected for the economy and immigration. I don't know how he thinks that this tariff war that is completely on him, like, let's just be honest. He has now said he's going to put a 50% tariff on steel and something else. I think it's steel and lumber, I think is what it was. It doesn't matter. 50% tariff on Canadian steel and aluminum, I think it is. Our stock markets are falling because this man has no idea how to lead the country. You guys voted for this man for supposedly economics and immigration. How does it feel to know that he is single-handedly destroying our economy right now? People's 401ks are tied into the stock market. People are losing money. Average people are out here losing money because this man is petty and a bully. They are also on the verge of a government shutdown, to which Representative Mike Johnson wants to blame Democrats. That is gaslighting. Because remember, people, Republicans are the majority. They have they have the House, they have the Senate, they have the executive branch. They have everything. So if the government shuts down, it's because Republicans can't get their house in order. I'll be back later on tonight for, a recap of the entire thing. But I just wanted to come on here and remind people who voted for Trump that he is destroying our economy. Is that how he's making America great again? Destroying our economy? Because that's what's happening right now.
So I know we're all enjoying the FAFO phase of this administration. But I came across an article on BuzzFeed, and it was talking about all these federal employees, who've lost their jobs, and some of them voted for, oh boy. And one story kind of caught my eye. It was a young woman who talked about the fact that prior to the election, she had been cut off by her liberal side of the family. Like, she and her parents and some of the family were avid MAGA, right? So her liberal side of the family had kind of already stopped associating with them. So when old boy won, she was excited and she was, in your face, libs, take that, libs. Fast forward, she now has lost her job. She's a federal employee. She's now lost her job. And her parents, who are also MAGA, are super conservative. So when she lost her job and she went to go tell her parents that she had lost her job, they told her that was God's will. They told her that by voting for oh boy, whatever happens is God's will for their life. So God is okay with her losing her job and all of that. So she just needs to understand that it's all part of God's plan. Amen. Amen. And then they interviewed, the orange dude, and they asked him about, all the firings of the federal employees and even some of them that voted for him. And that Mickey Vick said, I'm sure they're all very nice people, and I feel bad about it. But the reality, some of them didn't work. They weren't very good workers. They didn't work at all. And my question is, did those people think he was Santa Claus? Did they think he had a list and he was checking it twice and cross-referencing to see who voted for him and who didn't? And then when they asked him about those people getting their jobs back, he was like, no, we're only going to hire the best people from now on. I know that this whole I regret my vote thing, but damn, that's it. Just damn.
This is for all of the MAGA folk who are crying right now because they've been fired. Why are you doing that? I honestly don't understand why. You voted for this. This is exactly what you wanted. This is exactly what he said he was going to do. They even had a handbook. Project 2025. The thing that you didn't believe was a thing? The thing that he said he wasn't associated with, so you just believed him for some reason, even though many of the people around him is associated with that in one way or another, but you were just like, nope. King Cheeto said he's not associated with it. He must not be. How do you feel about that now? How do you feel about that now? Great again? Doesn't look like it.
I'm so glad my Lord and Savior Donald Trump is finally in office. Because of that, I can now buy that $1 million mansion and car with a $20 down payment. And he said he was going to make everything really cheap, which means we'll be able to afford everything. Like, I'm just so happy, and these liberal tears are hydrating me. Get a load of this fucking bitch. You're a dumbass.
I see a lot of people on here worrying about the recession and getting ready for it and stuff, but I'm gonna tell you who's not worried about it. It's us poverty veterans. I feel really bad for first gen poor people, but us poverty veterans, we got this. I swear, for I don't know how long, for a long time, my mom and I survived on Kraft macaroni and cheese and some ranch style beans. Sometimes we'd get to go to Wendy's and we would get $1 bacon cheeseburger. She would always tell me, hey, I'm on a diet, I need to lose some weight, I'm just gonna eat the tomato, because I hated tomatoes, and she'd give me the rest of the bacon cheeseburger. So the two of us ate on $1, and so this shit ain't gonna bother me. I got me a little old garden, I got me some chickens, I'm canning some stuff, and we will survive. We will survive. I drive a 10-year-old car with almost 200,000 miles on it. Could give two shits about a new car because I don't really care what anyone thinks of me. I don't know. My house is literally 50 years old. Again, don't owe anything on it because, praise God, I know what it's like to be poor, so I never wanted to put myself in a bunch of debt where somebody could take my shit away. So this is going to be a really good learning lesson for a lot of people. Live below your means. I too like to spend some money like it's going out of style, but I'm really glad for the last year that I've kind of got myself in check and I didn't get a new car. Anyways, love y'all, bye.
We literally get slapped in the face with no explanation. They fool you a lot.
I got a question. Were you not listening? Were you not listening to what he has been saying over the past 2 years? Were you not reading when we told you about Project 2025? Because everything that he's doing now is just running the playbook of what's in Project 2025. So truly the only person that has slapped you in the face is yourself. But here's the reality. It was easier for you to believe the lie that a black woman as president would be the end of America as we know it. It was easier to believe that than to believe the truth of who 4547 really is. We tried to warn you. And matter of fact, even he tried to warn you. He told you he was going to do everything that he's doing now. It's all laid out in Project 2025. He's just running the playbook. You, sir, and everyone like you have just experienced FAFO.
So Trump's cuts and his funding freeze are also affecting some federal employees who voted for him. As you see here, someone named Justin posted this online. This is in direct response to Trump, and he wrote, quote, "It really sucks that in 1 week of your presidency, I know you have to investigate federal spending, but my job is federally funded, and it cut my overtime and knocked it down to 37.5 hours a week. If this isn't resolved, I'll lose everything. Thanks, and I voted for you," shaking my head. That really does suck, Justin. If only you had another alternative for president. Someone who wouldn't have frozen funding and cut vital programs.
So Frumpy has said that a recession is likely in the next couple of months. So y'all, we need to start preparing now, stocking up your food and etc. because the last recession we had was hard for everybody. You know what? Biden kept us out of a recession for 4 years. Frumpy managed to put us in a fucking recession in a matter of months. Months! And now and then on top of that, fucking Canada didn't put on 25% tariffs on electricity. So everybody in the Midwest and up north, y'all fucked. Y'all electricity bill is about to go up in the middle of a recession. Your bills are about to go up. The Dow Jones, the stock market is going down again as well. How many times this man crashed the fucking market since he's been in office? Get me off this goddamn planet. I'm ready to go. Where the fuck are the aliens? Y'all say y'all was gonna be here years ago. Where are y'all? We need y'all to come pick up some folks. I mean, if y'all don't want us, take him.
Believe me, if Donald Trump is president again, at some point or another, that ugliness will touch all of our lives. And it will not matter what you look like, how you worship, who you love, or how you vote. If you don't make 6 or 8 or 12 figures, if you're not famous, if you criticize or disagree with him in any way, if he doesn't view you as his equal or relevant to his ambitions, I promise you, he will not think about you when he gets into the Oval Office.
When I came out as a black female conservative and a President Trump supporter, I was told that I was going to F around and find out, and to come back in a few weeks after President Trump ran the country for a few months. Okay, well, he's been in there almost a couple of months, and here's your update. Inflation is now down to the lowest it has been in 4 years. The prices of groceries are going down. Gas prices are going down. The stock market is now starting to rebound. No taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. President Trump is also proposing no taxes on all of the U.S. citizens that makes less than $150,000 annually. Looks like President Trump is doing what he's supposed to do to me. Things are going just the way they're supposed to go. And let's not mention in other countries, he's gotten Ukraine and Russia to agree to a ceasefire. Hopefully that war will end soon and peace is on its way. President Trump is doing exactly what I voted for. He's doing exactly what the U.S. citizens want. And he's getting the job done, standing on everything he told us to get our vote. And I'm standing behind President Trump as I did from the beginning.
Day 55. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of hair going on at the top. Okay. Day 55 of Making America Great Again. Okay, all of Greenland's leaders across all the party lines have united against Trump. They're like, we ain't being Americans. You can't buy us. Get the hell out of here. Pretty much. Trump got his panties all in a twist and he called CNN and NBC basically his political enemies, and that whatever they do is illegal and they deserve to be punished First of all, media outlets aren't doing illegal things because they don't agree with him. Okay? Trump warns Columbia University that their funding would be cut off if they didn't overhaul certain college courses. And those college courses are pretty much ethnic-based courses. Surprise! Trump posted a truth on his social media that said pretty much that he had a pretty productive meeting with Putin. And he claims that the Ukrainian troops are surrounded by Russian troops. And he also claims that he told Putin to spare the Ukrainian lives. But there's a problem. And the problem with that is all of that is a freaking lie. And it is literally just Russian propaganda. So the Ukrainian war general put out a message that said, basically, Trump is a liar. And that they're not surrounded by Russian troops. And that it is just Russian propaganda that Trump is repeating. Surprise! Trump is in cahoots with Putin. I'm not surprised. Trump's first month in office, his federal spending was $603 billion in February. That is $30 billion higher than last February. So, Doge, get on that. Doge, wake up, get on that. Trump's former spiritual advisor and mega church pastor, Robert Morris, has been indicted for molesting a 12-year-old girl. Republicans, the call's coming from inside the house. They're always talking about draining the swamp. They always yapping about draining the swamp. About how, remember that weird theory about I don't know, celebrities drinking children's and doing awful things and to children? Oh my gosh. It's always coming from inside the own Republican Party and these MAGA influencers who are literally the ones on podcasts talking about women are less than men and women's rights should be taken and how women shouldn't be allowed to vote. What is she doing? And here we are, a church leader, a white male side gender man is accused of doing harm to a child. It wasn't an immigrant. It wasn't a drag queen. It wasn't a transgender person. It was a white pastor. That's interesting. Interesting. Well, Trump, bro, what? She just wants to be in my podcast for some odd, strange. Podcast. She wants to be in my TikTok for some odd, strange reason. Anyways, Trump doing the most, as always, being petty, as always, and basically the entire world has united against the United States, except for people like Russia and North Korea. These are the people who agree with the United States and Trump as a president. It feels dirty. It doesn't, it feels nasty to be on that side. And nobody cares. Everybody's still applauding these people. Well, here we are, 54 days in, and we definitely ain't respected. We definitely ain't great. And our economy is not great either. So how is he fulfilling his promises? How's that going? When all he's caring about is changing the name of a body of water. He is trolling Canada, putting tariffs on and off, just like making our stock markets fall. I guess that's how he wants us to be, uneducated and broke, making America great again.
Ivanka, seriously, you need to come get your old man. He's starting to embarrass himself a little bit. He's selling cars on the front lawn of the White House. He's calling Tesla, Tesla. He climbed into one and said, "Ooh, everything computer," talking like a 5-year-old. He called Isaac Newton, Isaac Neutron. He's going on these crazy rants and rampages. Seriously, you need to come and put him in a home or something. You know, I think it's time. He's gonna hurt himself.
So in this video, just have nothing much to say because we've talked over and over again, and whatever I believe is that MAGA voters or supporters are just ignorant, because maybe they thought that these things are not going to happen to us, they're going to befall the black people. So we don't give a damn about people suffering or getting what. Americans everyone is crying, whether you voted for the Republicans or whether you voted for the Democrats. Everyone is crying because the economy is being destroyed, and it is like Trump is committing crimes against humanity, because if you cut funding on social welfare, it means that people are going to die. Kids are going to die in hospitals. The aged are going to die in the care homes. And some of Americans have been saying that maybe Trump lacks the know-how to lead the modern day US. Something which I can say maybe, because you can't promise cheap and easy life only to come and make people cry 2 months later. So what is that? So the poverty that is looming in the United States is just crazy, and many are going to cry. This is just the beginning. Many people are going to cry. It is just the beginning. Americans are lied to, and they won't believe their end is near. This is the end. This is the fall of America. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for those people who are sending me super thanks. I'm really appreciating you. My MiniPay account is on the bio, and very soon I'll also attach my Cash App account on my bio too, so that I can get support from you guys. If you feel like buying coffee for me, if you feel like buying tea for me, yeah, I'll be grateful. Thank you and peace out.